spiraling effects of the turmoil in the federal government has started being felt in provincial politics as well. A no-confidence motion has already been filed against the chief ministers in Bagmati province and Province 1. Barring Province 2 and Sudur Pashchim province, all other provinces are likely to witness political gambits and a change in guard. Good morning, I'm Sarah Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. A four-member delegation of the Chinese Communist Party engages in extensive meeting, holds parleys with the President and Prime Minister. Effects of the turmoil seen in the federal government felt in provincial governments. No confidence motion filed against Province 1 Chief Minister Sherdhan Rai. South Africa becomes the first country on the continent to register more than 1 million COVID-19 cases as the new virus variant starts taking its toll. And a night of draws at EPL as Liverpool and Tottenham settle for identical stalemates in their respective matches. At a time when the political crisis in Nepal is deepening, Chinese officials who arrived in Kathmandu yesterday have started high-level political parleys. The four-member delegation, which includes Vice Minister of the International Department of the Chinese Communist Party, Go Yezhou, held a meeting with Prime Minister and Chairman of the Nepal Communist Party, KP Sharma Oli, and his official residence in Balwatar yesterday evening. Prior to this, the Chinese delegation met President Vidya Devi Bhandari at Sheetal Niwas, Maharajganj and held consultation for about 2 hours. The Chinese delegation is scheduled to hold talks with the other chairman of the Nepal Communist Party, Pushpa Kamal Dahal and Madhav Kumar Nepal today. The Chinese delegation is in Kathmandu for a 4-day visit. However, the Nepal Communist Party and the Chinese embassy in Kathmandu have not commented officially on the visit, while the schedule has not been revealed either. Meanwhile, Chinese ambassador to Nepal, Hao Yanchi, has intensified her political meetings following the recent division in the ruling party, Nepal Communist Party. However, China has not made any formal remarks regarding the dissolution of the House of Representatives and the division in the ruling party. In the meantime, experts have said that the Chinese government has expressed its serious concern over the recent political developments in Nepal, particularly after the dissolution of the lower house. A no-confidence motion has been filed against Chief Minister of Province 1, Sherdhan Rai. The no-confidence motion has been registered at the Provincial Assembly Secretariat in Biratnagar with the signatures of 37 provincial lawmakers from the Pushpa Kamal Dahal, Madhav Kumar Nepal faction of the Nepal Communist Party. The signatories include all the 15 lawmakers from the former Maoist Centre and 22 lawmakers from the former CPN-UML. There are 44 lawmakers supporting the Dahal Nepal camp, while 23 lawmakers are from the Oli-led faction. However, both the factions are trying to convince lawmakers to take their sides. Meanwhile, the provincial government of Province 1 has decided to call the winter session of the Provincial Assembly for 20th of January. Earlier, Social Welfare Minister Jeevan Ghimire, State Minister Jasamaya Gajmer and State Minister for Industry Bijay Biswas tendered their resignation and signed the no-confidence proposal. Leader Bhim Acharya has been proposed for the post of Chief Minister. Janata Samajwadi Party staged a demonstration in Kathmandu yesterday against the dissolution of the House of Representatives. The party staged the protest in the capital's Ratna Park, Putali Sadak, Prikuti Mandap and Bhadrakali, among other places. Top leaders of the party attended yesterday's mass protest. The party informed that the protest was organized against the government's recent decision to dissolve the lower house, terming it as unconstitutional, undemocratic and reactionary move. Addressing a mass gathering after the demonstration, chairman duo of the party, Baburam Bhattrai and Upendra Yadav, said they would continue the protest until the lower house was reinstated. They urged the main opposition, Nepali Congress, to join the movement against the dissolution rather than dreaming of becoming the leading party in the election. The Jalta Samajwadi Party also staged protests in several districts and chanted slogans against the Prime Minister. President Bidya Devi Bhandari has called the winter session of the National Assembly for 1st of January 2021. According to the press statement issued by the President's office yesterday afternoon, the meeting of the Upper House has been summoned on 1st of January at 4 p.m. at the Parliament House in New Baneshwar. The cabinet meeting held after Friday's cabinet expansion had decided to recommend for the winter session of the Upper House. Following the President's call, the Parliament Secretariat issued a notice informing all the lawmakers to attend the meeting on 1st of January at 4 p.m. Only the meeting of the National Assembly will be convened as the Prime Minister, who ended the Parliament session on 2nd of July earlier this year, had dissolved the House of Representatives on 20th of December. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the locals in Palpa district why political parties are not being accountable to the country and the people. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
नेताहरू कुर्सी र सत्ताको पछाडि मात्रै दौडिरहेको अवस्था छ। त्यसकारण हामी आम नेपाली जनताले दुःख पाइरहेका छौँ।
सत्ता मोह, कुर्सी मोह र आफ्नो मान्छे मात्रै आफ्नो पछाडिको मान्छेलाई मात्रै व्यवस्था गर्नमा उनीहरू तल्लीन रहे।
धेरै आकांक्षा भएको र पारिवारिक आकांक्षा भएको कारणले गर्दा राष्ट्रप्रति माया छैन।
व्यक्तिगत रूपमा सोच्नुहुन्छ नेताहरू र एकदमै भ्रष्टाचार बढिरहेको छ। त्यही भएर आफ्नो जनताप्रति उत्तरदायी नभएको कारण
धेरै नपढेको नेताहरू भएर पनि यस्तो आइपुग्न गएको हो।
आज यो देश यसरी लथालिङ्ग भताभुङ्ग हुनुको कारण भनेको सबै चाहिँ जिम्मेवारी भनेको नेताहरूलाई जान्छ।
कुर्सीको लागि धेरै लड्नु भयो र नाताको लागि पनि धेरै हेर्नु भयो।
सत्ता मोह र कुर्सी मोहले गर्दा अहिलेको यो अवस्था हुन पुगेको हो।
हामीले जे गरे पनि हुन्छ भन्ने एउटा अभिमान आएर लागेको भएर उनीहरू जनताप्रति देशप्रति जवाफदेही हुन सकेनन्।
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. Here's the question: what's your take on farmers not receiving arrears of sugarcane even after agitating for 2 weeks? Your options are A. High-handedness of industrialists, B. helplessness of government, and C. ignoring farmers' voice. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. It's time now for our special segment, Off the Beat. The state-owned Nepal Airlines Corporation has slashed the airfare for Humla and Jumla in the Karnali region. The reduction in the airfare by the state airlines has also affected the private airliners. The passengers who regularly travel to these remote areas have also demanded the private airline companies to reduce airfares. The Nepal Airline Corporation slashed the airfare from Humla's Simikot to Nepalganj by 1,395 rupees to fix the new rate at 5,200 rupees. Likewise, other airfares in the region have also been slashed by 600 rupees. There has also been calls for maintaining similarity in the airfares, covering matching distances, but in the absence of a monitoring mechanism, the service seekers have found themselves in the receiving end. The Nepal Airlines Corporation has been operating flights to Karnali and in Sudur Pashchim province using its 2 small aircrafts procured from China have remained grounded. Many employees recruited under contract basis have lost their jobs, affecting flights to Mugus Talcha, Acham Safebagar and Dolpaz Jufal station. The commercial ostrich farming that started a few years ago in Rupandehi district has also been badly affected by the ongoing pandemic. The ostrich meat was mainly targeted for foreigners, but with the tourist arrival next to Neil amid the pandemic, the ostrich farmers are suffering a huge loss. Usually, ostrich meat is ready to be consumed between 9 to 14 months. However, these ostriches have already crossed 2 years, denting its taste value as well for local consumption. Ostrich meat is well known for a rich content of iron, zinc, calcium, vitamin B, vitamin B12 and low fat and cholesterol content. The ostrich meat is therefore considered healthier in comparison to other meat varieties. However, once ostriches cross 2-year deadline, the meat starts getting hardened with a considerable reduction in its taste values. The ostrich farming had started in Nepal some 14 years ago, while there are at least 100 ostrich farmers in the country. This is Sarah Chitrakar for our special segment of The Beat and Kantipur News Desk. Before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories once again. A 4-member delegation of the Chinese Communist Party engages in extensive meetings, holds parleys with the President and the Prime Minister. Effects of the turmoil seen in the federal government felt in provincial governments. No confidence motion filed against Province 1 Chief Minister Sher Thanrai. South Africa becomes the first country on the continent to register more than 1 million COVID-19 cases as the new virus variant starts taking its toll. And a night of draws at EPL as Liverpool and Tottenham settle for identical stalemates in their respective matches. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.